Hey, H. Davis. Hey, little Deb. Hey, I'm getting my ginger shine ready, so let me pour it, and I will be right here with you guys. Give me 1 second, please, and I shall be here. Hey, Poppy girl. Poppy. Hey, today we're going to be talking about two missing children. Uh, they don't believe that they are on this earth any longer. I know there's people been talking about it, but hey, but I wanted to talk a little bit about it because I knew about the case. I think it was it Zena that reminded me? Somebody reminded me about it. Uh, so feel free to talk about whatever you want in chat. Please just dress up your cursey words is all I ask you to do. And also, please do not be mentioning other creators' names. It just causes a problem, and I don't need that problem for sure. As I always say, whatever we're talking about, don't go show anybody any hate. That is not the way I roll over here. And so, give me 1 second, you guys. Hey, everybody clap. My son graduated from college today. Super proud of you, son. I am so proud of you. I know that your dad would be super proud of you, even though you don't watch my YouTube channel. One day when mom's not around anymore, if you ever see this, I am telling you congratulations. You worked really hard for it. Working full time and going to school is such a hard thing to do, and you did it. You did it. And I'm super proud of you, for real. Okay, give me 1 second, you guys. I got to throw on a pair of shorts. It is beautiful out today. I've spent most of my day outside. So give me 1 second. Okay, I got my shorts on. I got my ginger shine in the ice. I was going to muddle some strawberries, but hey, Greedy Mama, good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you, Poppy. Thank you, ma'am. Let me pull up my own chat here. My goodness. My goodness. Okay. I don't know what other creators are talking about today. I haven't been on my computer to find us out for sure. Okay. All right. So there are two children. Stein Eric. Yes, sir. I agree with you. I hope you and yours are doing well today. Good to see you in chat, as always. So, there's two Nova Scotia children that are missing, and we're going to go through the timeline of key events since they vanished. Now, Lilly Sullivan was 6 years old. She was 6, and her brother Jack was only 4. Now, they were reported missing on May 2nd. This is the home. In this trailer lived Lilly and Jack, along with their mother. I don't want to say her name wrong. It sounds like Malachi Brooks Murray. They also had a baby sister named Meadow. They moved to this community 2 years ago, and it's the childhood home of a person named Daniel Martell. Daniel Martell. I do not believe there was ever an Amber Alert issued for Lilly and Jack, but let's just get into it. So, are you guys ready? Like I said, please feel free to talk about what you want in chat, but please don't mention creators' names. Please respect everyone. Malaya, like Alaya. Malaya. Thank you, Bomber Cat. Thank you so much. Please be respectful to each other in chat. That's all I ask. We all have our own opinions. We all have our own theories, and I am good with that. Okay? So, the mysterious disappearance of 2 young children, I'll show you their picture in a moment, from their mobile home in the rural Nova Scotia hamlet of Lansdowne has captured headlines around the world. Yes, it has. There's quite a few people talking about this, from my understanding. It's been more than a week since police and search and rescue teams began scouring the thickly wooded land and waterways, searching for any trace of 6-year-old Lilly and 4-year-old Jack, her brother. Now, one thing that I heard, and I will see if I can pull it up, is how thick it is. In that area, it is so thick with brush that even law enforcement, grown adults, are having trouble looking in this wooded area. That's how bad it is. So people are kind of saying, wait a minute, how can a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old get through an area that adults are even having a hard time getting through there? So the community is a far-flung corner of Pictou County, with the closest town being 15 minutes away. Few local cars, logging trucks, and a big yellow school bus are usually the only traffic to be seen. Now, another thing that I remember hearing was them talking about how friendly Lilly and Jack were. They said that these kids were the sweetest kids. Hey, Debbie, sorry I didn't text you. I'm glad you're here. They said that these kids were so friendly. They would talk to people in a grocery store like they had known, like they knew people. The rain was chucking it down too. Hey, Karen with the C. So, not much traffic on the road. Now, there's a network of backcountry roads that only the locals know, crisscross rivers and dense forest that's swarming with black flies. Now, black flies are the ones that can't they sting you or something? Black flies? I don't know. I can't remember. Let me pull it up. I'll pull it up. Black flies. Where are they? And can they sting? Okay, black flies are commonly called biting gnats. They are closely related to mosquitoes. Female black flies suck the red substance out of your body in order to develop eggs. Now, the males don't bite but feed on plant nectars. Female black flies range in size from an eighth to a quarter of an inch. Oh my gosh. Domestic animals, especially poultry and exotic birds, can be unalived by black flies. So, black flies, also known as buffalo gnats, are small biting flies that can cause discomfort and irritation to humans and animals. They are primarily found near fast-flowing water and feed on the blood of their host, including humans, to nourish their developing eggs. As I said, the males don't bite, but when the females bite, they can cause itching, pain, and swelling, and in some cases, even allergic reactions. Wow. Okay, so that's black flies, y'all. And I'm glad I looked that up. So now you guys know black flies are not fun to be around, and they are everywhere in that area. Okay, so roughly 100 people who live in Lansdowne are related and have been there for generations. Like I said, they moved in with, I believe, mom's boyfriend. I don't know if they're married or not. I'll find that out in a minute. But Lilly and Jack, along with their mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, and baby sister Meadow, moved to the community 2 years ago into the childhood home of Daniel Martell. Daniel Martell describes himself as the missing children's stepfather. The children's biological father has no contact with them, according to the family. Mr. Martell's mother also lives on the property in a dilapidated camper with multiple cats and a dog. It overlooks the fenced-in backyard where Miss Brooks Murray and Mr. Martell reported they must have escaped from and wandered off. Now, Cotton Candy, hey Mama Bear. So basically, Mom is saying that she heard them playing outside. But let's see if we can figure it out. So this is a timeline of the search. So on April 29th, the last day Lilly and Jack Sullivan attend the Salt Springs Elementary, a small rural school, about an 18-kilometer bus ride from the home. There was no school the next day. And the children were kept at home on May 1st and May 2nd, with Mom saying, well, stepdad says that the kids were sick. So the kids were sick enough that they were kept home on May 1st and 2nd. Now let's get into this is the backyard where they allegedly got through a fence or protective barrier or whatever it is. But this is a picture of the backyard. So let's get into May 2nd. Here's a picture of Lilly and Jack. So at approximately 10 a.m., Miss Brooks Murray calls 911 to report Lilly and Jack missing. RCMP issue a vulnerable missing persons alert in Pictou County and ask for the public's help in locating the children who say they are believed to have wandered off from home. Police at this time do not issue an Amber Alert, saying an abduction appears unlikely and the case does not meet the necessary criteria. Very sad. But there's a picture of Lilly, 6 years old, and her brother Jack, 4. Excuse me while I take a drink of my ginger shine. Well, unfortunately, Cotton Candy, they do not believe that the children are with us any longer on this earth. Because we're talking about today is the 10th. Today is the 10th. So they've been missing from what everyone knows is the 2nd. But if they were kept out of school for 2 days, then I don't know. That's questionable, right? So on May 3rd, the RCMP issued a broadcast intrusive alert, a public cell phone notice that the children are missing. That's like when we, well, I know I get Amber Alerts on my phone. It's just like a weather alert. And they're like, this is what we're looking for. This is the vehicle we're looking for. This is who is missing, et cetera, et cetera. So they issued this broadcast intrusive alert. So that is when the Mounties Major Crimes Unit became involved in the investigation. On May 3rd, and this is like a little map of the area. So mom and stepdad, they attended a briefing at the search and rescue headquarters on the nearby Lansdowne Station Road. They leave, listen to this, they leave midway through the update to sit in the back of an ambulance. Lilly and Jack's mother left with her mother, and stepdad said he had not seen her since. She cut off all contact with him. That's strange, right? So on the 3rd, they go to a meeting with the search and rescue individuals there at the headquarters. They leave partway through. They're sitting in the back of an ambulance. She leaves with her mom and cuts off all ties with him. Why? Why, ma'am? Why are you cutting off all ties? Of course, like it was mentioned, the rain complicated the search efforts. They worked, the search and rescue teams worked through dense forest, boggy conditions. Don't forget the black flies. They had drones that were equipped with infrared technology, and they are being used at night to look for any traces of the kids. I don't know, Mama Bear. It sounds like something that he did. Because why would she have just ghosted him, right? Now, that's the picture I'm showing right now. That's the stepfather. They are calling him Mr. Martell. I'm just going to call him stepdad. But he spoke to the Globe and Mail about what happened on the morning the children went missing. This is what he said. Lilly came into the room multiple times. I seen her that morning, and Jack was out playing in the kitchen. He said, I'm guessing, and they slid open the back sliding door. He says that the slider was not a loud sound when it was opened. He said that it's almost silent. But he's saying they slid it open. The boots were right beside the door, and they proceeded to, he guesses, play outside. He states they must have got out through the back fence, and they were just gone. He states as soon as he seen they were gone, he immediately jumped in the car, did all the dirt roads, all the culverts, checked over the rivers and streams. As soon as I got home, 10 minutes later, he headed out on foot. So, hey, Black Skies. So he's running around everywhere looking, and then goes back home and heads out on foot. There he is. His name is Daniel Martell. He is the stepfather to Lilly and Jack. And I will pull up the news interviews that he did also. So the RCMP requests the help of Nova Scotia Guard. So not only do they have the Mounties, but they have the Nova Scotia Guard also, which is a provincially organized volunteer group to aid in the search. More than 160 people assisted by helicopter, drones, tracking dogs. They all take part in the effort to find these kids in this heavily wooded area around the family's home. Now we're going to get into March 5th. They find no signs of the children, despite heavily scanning a 4 square kilometer area around the mobile home. Now, this is interesting. There was a report that a child's boot print is found nearby. So they started focusing on the area where they found a child's boot print, not boot prints, right? Mom's interview is early. Yeah, I'm going to pull the interviews up. I heard that they're quite something else. What happened, Black Skies? I'm sorry, I'm reading this, so I didn't see what you put in chat, sweetie. What happened? What happened, sweetie? I am very sorry if you've lost someone. I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. We're here for you. We're super duper praying for you, for real. I hate that, you guys. I hate that when someone loses someone. It's so sad. It really is. My heart goes out to you, for real. My heart goes out to you. Oh. I am sorry to hear that. I bet she is a beautiful angel now. Well, we're praying for you and your family. We definitely are. So they found one boot print, you guys. One boot print. Okay, so we're hopping to May 6th. So police take stepdad to the Pictou County District RCMP detachment in the town of Stellarton, where they questioned him for 4 hours. He said he was asked to go over details and timelines to the minute and draw on maps where he thinks the children could be. They're easy on me because they know I'm telling the truth about everything. So stepdad's already saying, yeah, they've been cool with me because they know that I'm not lying about anything. That is what he's saying. Now, is he a weird duck? Absolutely. So, I don't even know if I want to try to say that. But the chief said they addressed speculation around the case, asked people to refrain from jumping to conclusions or sharing unverified information, as this can complicate the efforts of the multiple agencies involved in the ongoing investigation. The children's maternal grandfather is a member of the Mi'kmaq community. The search has been exhausting, of course, due to difficult terrain, rain, but at that time, they were not giving up hope on finding these children. All right, we're hopping over to May 7th. In the morning, RCMP arrived at the home and asked Mr. Martell, the stepfather, to hand over his phone, which he did. That's pretty interesting, Cotton Candy. That he would request lie detector tests for everyone. Everyone. So, stepdad handed over his phone. When asked how the police are investigating the children's disappearance, the maternal grandmother, Cindy Murray, told the Globe, "We're not discussing anything right now. The police told us not to." This is just a picture of the staff sergeant and holding the press conference. And like I said, we'll get into all that. I'll show you guys the press conferences and all that other stuff. I just want to go down through the timeline really quickly. So this is on, what I say, May 7th. May 7th. Don't forget, they've been missing since Mom says the 2nd. The only way, it doesn't make sense. So the RCMP scaled back the search for Lilly and Jack, acknowledging it's unlikely the children are still, trigger warning, alive. We're not packing up and we're not giving up. But the children had allegedly already been around that area for days. 4 days. So, the stepdad said that he handed over some of the children's stuffed animals to the RCMP at the request of Mom, Miss Brooks Murray. Lily's white unicorn and Jack's blue dinosaur. He said he also gave police the baby's white giraffe and the mom's pink bear. What? At that time, police advised him they were bringing in cadaver dogs and the RCMP divers to search nearby Lansdowne Lake. Why would mom... Okay, this is weird. Why did mom request that he hand over stuffed animals? That's weird, okay? All right, now we're down to May 8th. Garfield, just get him out of here. If you want to give that bitch, if you want to give that bitch attention, give her your fucking attention. Don't come in here wasting my fucking time. For real. Just block them completely. Yeah, don't, I'm not even going to acknowledge him. You guys just block them. Completely block them. Because nobody gives a fuck about her over here. Yes, you're right. It's going to end up in court because I'm taking her to court. So keep coming in here playing with me. Hey, Zena. Good to see you. Zena's been a member for 8 months. That is so cool. Nobody gives a fuck about her over here. For real. So go hang out with her. I don't give a fuck. Okay, so on May 8th, now, like I said, there's a picture right here, and I wish I could make it bigger for you guys to see. So on May 8th, they continue to search this dense forest. And I mean, when I pull it up and I show you guys, you're going to understand what it means. I don't know how any kids could have got through some of these areas. So they searched with a helicopter. They had plainclothes investigators arrive to speak to the stepfather again. So basically at this point, they just want to look at any tech, which means phones and things, that could help match up any phones that came into the yard. So that afternoon, a friend drives him to Children's Protective Services office in Stellarton, where he requests to see his 16-month-old daughter, but is denied. He said, as of now, I can't be around Meadow. So the youngest daughter, Meadow, is his child. And they're not letting him see his child. Okay. That's weird. Why wouldn't they let him at least see her? Saying Children's Protective Services wants to keep a tight leash on everything. The elementary school's been provided with psychologists, counselors, and other resources to help with questions and providing calm coping strategies during this difficult time. Okay, so this is yesterday, May 9th. Yep, today's the 10th. So at yesterday, they had been missing more than a week. The stepfather said he's been exceedingly cooperative with investigators. I gave them everything from my phone. I asked for a lie detector test and a substance test. I'm the one trying to move this forward and give any information that I have. The law enforcement is also looking into the wireless router in the home to see who connected to the internet and at what times. They did go into the lake, Lansdowne Lake, said they didn't find anything, and of course helicopters are still searching. So that's Daniel Martell right there, right? Oh, he works with a guy from the same town? It's supposed to be a like small area, right, Zena? And well, Jenny, the baby is what they say, 17 months old, but it's not the baby that's missing. It's Lilly, 6 years old, and Jack, 4. Oh, you can't? Really? Wow, Zena, that's interesting. So you can't see any red dots in Canada. They post a week before the said person is released into the public. Wow. Dang, Zena. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so let's get Jack and Lily's picture back up here. And give me a minute and I will pull up a okay. I want to find the how sad is that? Wow. Let me pull it up. Stepfather speaks to me. All right, let me see if I can find us a good one here. Now, as of 2 days ago, the search crew departed. That's so freaking sad. Here's the globe in the mail. I believe this is the one I was looking for. Let me see if this is it, you guys. Oh, my goodness. I'm trying to find the interview, you guys. I will see if I can find it. I shall see. That is so sad. It is so sad. Okay, let me see. I'm looking for it. I'm sorry I didn't have it pulled up already. I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Okay. Let's see if, let's see, that's Michelle After Dark. I like Michelle After Dark. I really do. Maybe it is. That one's only 32 seconds. The stepdad said he searched for hours, yelling till his throat was sore before phoning the police. Mom said the call was made right away. So, this is a post on Facebook. I'll just read it. Lilly and Jack Sullivan's parents believe the children opened the sliding door and made their way out without waking them up. The parents are saying in the time frame of just 20 minutes, they were gone. yelling their names so much the stepfather's throat started to hurt as he searched in his car and on foot. There's a few factors that some have concerns with in this story. The yard is far more closed in than what everyone was led to believe. Young children at the age of 6 and 4 who have possible autism issues might have struggled to leave the area within the time frame given. Now, you can say that sliding doors, are loud, but not every sliding door is loud. Sometimes you can open a sliding door and really not even hear it, for sure. But the stepfather said that the door had been shut and said that the kids usually wouldn't open that door. But they were supposed to be asleep. They are saying that the dogs picked up scents to the end of the driveway. So this is the interview that I heard. So the parents noticed the children were quiet after 20 minutes and immediately started to look for them. Why wouldn't the children have heard them calling for them? Stepdad said he searched for hours, yelling till his throat was sore, but Mom said the call was made right away as soon as she couldn't find him on the property. Of course, she could have stayed back with the other child in case they returned, but there are two different accounts there. So Mom's saying one thing, Stepdad's saying another, and now all of a sudden, Mom has taken the 17-month-old and has ghosted Dad and doesn't want the stepdad, which would be the youngest child's father, to even see him. So this whole timeline doesn't make sense. There is no evidence of foul play, but there's no evidence that the children just walked off alone or were abducted. They have reduced the search effort and are looking closer to the home. What could have happened to them? I'm going to show you guys this property. Do you see this property? Wow. Well, the property itself doesn't look all that safe in some of the areas. I mean, it looks like the kids had a pretty good play area there, right? Those are just comments. And we don't know. We don't know how long they were really missing, right? Hey, cutie pie. There is a reason they stopped the search and suspect they are no longer alive. They know something and are just making sure they do everything right so they don't mess up the investigation. May. My. Why you say the shit word? May, why you say the shit word in chat? Ugh, girl, you are something else. You are something else. I'm trying to find the interview where he was speaking, because I know a lot of people were talking about here it is. I think I found it. Oh, did you guys know that the mom allegedly attacked the stepdad? Let me see if this is what I'm looking. Yeah, this is it. Hold on. Okay, this is from CBC News. Here, I'll drop the link. I will drop the link. CBC News. Okay. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to put my banner up, but then, or my overlay up, but I will show you what the dad looks like. I will show you. Let me get my little hippie peace sign girl up here. All right, wait, I gotta get my headphones in. Where are you, headphones? Her story makes no sense and all over the place. I know. So, whatever. You know, that shows how petty you are to come over here while we're talking about 2 missing children. So, ain't nobody need to talk about no bitch over here, okay? So you just need to stop. If you're trying to piss me off, you're not. So, ain't nobody even thinking of her. Okay? So, go back and play your games. But we're talking about something serious. We're talking about something that matters. And it's called missing children. Okay, hopefully you guys will be able to hear this. All right, here we go.
Continues this morning for 2 missing children in rural Nova Scotia. Crews have been combing through the woods around Pictou County since Friday when police believe they wandered away from their home. Brett Ruskin is live in Halifax. He's picking up the story for us this morning. Where do things stand today, Brett, with the search efforts?
Good morning, Heather. Yeah, search efforts are continuing this morning for these 2 missing children here in Nova Scotia.
And you guys can hear this, right?
We have 6-year-old Lilly Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan. They went missing on Friday morning. Now, we heard from the children's stepfather recently. Here's what he had to say about this situation.
The last few days are...
Okay, I am going to show you where he's talking. Hold on, you guys. I do have to speed it up a little bit. This is what the dad has told the news.
Few days are very stressful. I mean, ever since Friday morning, when we noticed that the children were gone, immediately jumped in the vehicle, surveyed all the areas, many dirt roads, many culverts as I could, and waited for the police to get there.
Okay, so none of it makes any sense, right? None of it makes any... Well, the mark, that's a scar. Cotton candy, that's a scar. So that's not like a scratch, right? That is a regular scar under his eye.
So again, the search began with family members and has now expanded to dozens of search and rescue volunteers. About 160 people were on the ground yesterday. There were dogs brought in to try to catch a scent of these two children. There were 8 drone units in the skies searching, as well as a couple of helicopters as well, each one of them equipped with infrared sensors and cameras looking for these children. Now, we heard from police talking about some of the challenging conditions and logistical issues that they are running into with this situation, with the kind of the situation on the ground. Here's what police had to say about this search.
With the wet weather, it makes things a little more complicated for our searchers. Given they're in the woods, it's wet, things are slippery, footing's not the greatest. It's the water's it's not the best, but there's
and we do know, right? They've been missing allegedly since the 2nd of May, since like the 2nd of May, for sure. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Autistic children, some are drawn to water, right? Some are drawn to water. You're fine, Poppy. No, yeah, they didn't go to school on the 1st or 2nd, is what they said, because they were sick. Oh, thank you, September Virgo. Thank you so much. Hang on one second. All right, sorry. I'll pull that back up because they were kept home on the 1st and 2nd, right? Isn't that what I said? I'll pull it back up and look in just a minute. Cena, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. I really do. That means a lot to me, Zena. You don't know how much that means to me. You gonna go mow your yard? Yeah, I've got people coming to mow my yard too. So, unfortunately, I'm not gonna put my kids who were kind enough to mow my yard, I'm not gonna put them in a situation where they're being stalked for mowing my grass. I mean, for real. So, you ran so you got exercise in? That is good, H. Davis.
still trudging through, and they're still working hard at doing the job that they have to do.
Again, we know that 6-year-old Lilly Sullivan and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan went missing on Friday morning. That is when this search began and when the family reported them missing. And again, the search has been ongoing since that time. Heather?
Brett, I'm sure people following the story closely, those who are close at hand in terms of proximity, what can people do if they're trying and hoping to help?
Yeah, folks might think that, hey, I live nearby, I can hop in the car and go and search through the woods. I can help out as well, but that's not necessarily what officials want. They say this is a very coordinated, very organized search. They know where each one of the crews are. They know the areas that have been searched already and the areas that they are now focusing on.
Wow.
So advising residents to not just drive out and try to help out with the search on their own in the woods. One thing that people can help with is searching their own properties, looking in ditches, culverts, sheds, or any other possible hiding area that these kids, that these children may have used for shelter. That is how people can help. And again, we know that the temperature has dropped a little bit overnight, but we haven't seen below 0 temperatures. So again, these search efforts are continuing now, beginning their 4th day of searching. Heather?
Brett?
So, I guess I have a question too. What were they wearing when they left? So, okay, May, this is what they said. This is what they were saying. So, April 29th was the last day that they were seen at school. There was no school the next day, and then the children were kept home on May 1st and 2nd. So today is the 10th. They've been missing since the morning of the 2nd. But you know what? I wonder about that. Right? Hang on, you guys. Okay. Yes, thank you, Zena. I appreciate you so much. For sure. Aw, thanks, September Virgo. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys a whole lot. So that's what I'm saying. Do we actually know that they went missing on the 2nd? If they were out of school those few days, how do we actually know that they had been missing that whole time? For sure. I mean, sounds kind of weird, right? Let me take that back down there for a minute. What do you guys think? They're saying that they did not they never put out an Amber Alert at all. Stepdad says, I'll give them whatever they want. Four days ago, he wanted the search extended. Huh. Wow. They do not believe that they are still alive. Let me see if I can find something here. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. I guess the aunt spoke out also. Okay, let me see. Well, stepdad is acting like we'll get into that. When I go live again, I will have all of the interviews and Facebook stuff pulled up. We'll get into it. Let's get into it. A ton of missing kids and SA weird ones on the loose. I mean, they're saying that area is not a big trafficked area, that it's usually locals and the bus and all of that stuff. The family is searching. Stepdad says he's fighting to stay awake. He doesn't like the rumors that are going around. Said people are driving by, taking pictures, have no respect. He is working with police. But why just one, crazy. Crazy. I'm crazy. Okay. And maybe I am a little bit. But it ain't nobody's business. Okay. I can't get this article because I guess I am not going to pay for it at all. I might, though. I might purchase one of them. Okay, so they are wanting me to pay for all of these, and I'm not going to do it. So I will go back through. I will pull up the videos and stuff, and we will listen to them all, try to make our own decisions on what is happening. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers. You're absolutely right, Poppy. Just had a wee girl go missing in the remote area. They circled that mom and family until she was found. They didn't stop looking and found her alive 5 days later and a mile out. See, that's what I don't understand, because what, the area, let me pull up a map showing area where, here, let me try this. Let me try this. Okay, this is from the Global News. Let me see if there's anything in here. Hold on, I gotta stop that. Nearly a week after, 2 young siblings disappeared in Nova Scotia's Pictou County. Police and public are still searching the rural area for any signs of the pair. Helicopters, drones, investigative teams have all looked with no success. Wednesday, law enforcement said they are scaling back the search to target specific areas. They're not giving up. That's what they want everyone to know. They're not giving up. Okay. So, all right. This is a map right here. This is Lansdowne Station right here. So they're 30 kilometers from New Glasgow. Okay. Stepdad said that Lilly and Jack were at home that morning with him, his partner, and the baby. He said when he noticed they were missing, he began looking for them outside but couldn't find them. He says they hate being wet and cold, so they would have immediately come back to the house. The only 2 footprints are right beside the house, facing the road, and that is it. So now he's saying there were 2 footprints. 2 footprints. And I think that's it. He said they went out the sliding door. He said they were both home from school because Lilly had a cough. Lilly Sullivan has shoulder-length, light brown hair with bangs. They say she might be wearing a pink sweater, pink pants, and pink boots. They also claim that she's carrying a white backpack with strawberries on it. That is Lily's description. Jack Sullivan, 4 years old, has short blonde hair and is wearing blue dinosaur boots. Now, the stepdad said he had not seen Jack on Friday morning, but he believed he was wearing a brown shirt and pants with a pull-up diaper underneath. So maybe if he had a pull-up on, maybe they put a pull-up on him at night. Right? That's what they believe Jack is wearing. Wow. There was not an Amber Alert because they don't know who possibly could have took him. But the stepfather wants the search area to be extended to include provincial borders and airports in case they were abducted. He doesn't know why anyone would want to take them, but they're easy to take. If they would have wandered to the road, they would get in any car as long as you offered them food or water or even candy or anything like that. Or even to see mom and dad, they would immediately get in. Why? That's kind of weird, right? That's a weird statement. But they have no evidence that Lily and Jack were taken by anyone. That's why there was not an Amber Alert issued. Typically push to cell phones, other devices to warn the public. That is what they did. They sent it out. They broadcasted it, basically. They've issued 2 public alerts so far. A vulnerable missing persons alert was sent to Pictou County residents on May 2nd, and a broadcast intrusive alert was issued on May 3rd to the other counties. That's kind of crazy. Let me get their pictures back up here. There's been a lot of hurricane damage from Fiona a couple of years ago, and their teams have been struggling to get through the areas. They haven't stopped looking, but they did scale it back. I just can't imagine. So they're basically going to go back and circle back around where they've already been. I mean, how far could they have gotten? And of course, if they're getting pounded by rain, then, but they do believe, that after 6 days in the environment there, that there's just no way that these two kids can be alive. And that's so sad. That is so sad. So that is horrible, you guys. They also speak French, because it sounds like broken English? I don't know, Zena. Okay, thank you, Wee. I'm glad that you got to pop in. You're getting 2? Goodness, Zena, you're going to be busy. You are going to be busy, my friend, for sure. So, with what I put out so far, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? We've seen cases where, the perpetrators are right there, whether it be mom or dad or whoever, and they talk to the news and, put themselves out there. Stepdad seems like he is continuously looking for them. But mom sounds kind of weird to me for some reason. I mean, and she's not talking anymore. Does she think? I don't know. I can't say what she's thinking. I do not know her. For sure. But they said they were sleeping. Is what they said. And there's a lot of other channels covering this, you guys. I just wanted to look. I always like to look at things with you guys. So that is why I wanted to get with you guys. All right, this is Mom, and this is from a YouTube channel. I don't know. I don't think it's her interview, but there's some pictures. You just need to bring in babies. I don't think that has anything to do with, okay, those are just personal pictures of that YouTube channel. There's Lilly and Jack. And that must be Mom. And like I said, I'm going to pull all that stuff up, and we will definitely, I'll play the interviews, cutie pie. When I come back on, I will, we'll go through some of the interviews and stuff like that. So I just wanted to come on and, some people may not have heard about Lilly and Jack, and I wanted to at least come out and, put out important things. And people who come into my chat and try to troll me, you know, really, it just shows what type of people they are, right? It's sad. I didn't feel an earthquake this morning. You did, Poppy? No, thank you. I don't want any earthquakes, for real. For real, for real. For real, for real. Okay. Okay, KK. KK. Yeah, definitely. If you send it to me, then I have a reference on where to go look. And I can pull them up, I can pull it up on my own for sure. But like I said, I wanted to make sure that I got these babies' names out there. And I really hope that they find them. I really do. It's horrible. It's horrible. There's a volcano about to blow off the Oregon coast. No. Damn. Your kitchen table was vibrating? That would freak me out, Poppy. That would freak me out for real. I would be like, what the heck? What the heck? For sure. For sure, for sure. And thank you, Mama Bear, for tagging me in your video. Thank you, ma'am. I like when people tag me so I can go watch their stuff. Everybody always has interesting stuff. What do you mean you're in your friend's book? Oh, your friend wrote a book and you're mentioned in it? Well, that must have been an awful big truck. Dolly said the children's houses. What? Oh, Lord, May. Why are you listening to him? May, you like Dolly, do you? Do you like you some Dolly there, May? Girl. You're a lady, though, right? You're a lady. Lady. Look, I'm just going to say this, mods. Anybody who comes in and mentions anybody's name like that, block them from my channel. Don't time them out. If someone has been blocked, don't go back in and time them out. Keep them blocked. Because I don't need that nonsense over here. For real. I don't have time. They do that because they're wanting attention. And, H got it. H got it, Zena. There it is. Why would I block you, May? May, why you want me? I'm not going to block you, May. Don't be silly. Don't be silly, May. If somebody's already blocked, though, leave them blocked. Leave them blocked. You've seen some pictures on Facebook. Yeah, I'm going to pull all that stuff up, and we will definitely do another live, and we'll see all that stuff. I want to pull up the terrain and different things like that, because something's not setting right with me on this. Something just don't seem right. But I do have to believe that they probably did tell them not to talk about the case. I'm sure law enforcement said, yeah, I've got, I don't know, either tonight or tomorrow, I've got people coming to mow my yard. So, yeah, they're going to go back over the house and stuff. The lifestyle's kind of like gypsies. Well, don't forget, that was his mother's place, and supposedly she's living on the property in a kind of tore down camper, I guess, right? Too many children are just gone, aren't they? They are just gone. But through that area and stuff, well, a lot of people sell metal and wires and stuff. I mean, I know here people, sell copper wire and stuff like that to make a little bit of money off of it. For sure. For sure. So we will get further into it. I'm also I need to find out a little bit more about this guy that I don't know if he tried to take the kid from Walmart, Yes, that's a small number, Debbie. That is a small number. Two children wouldn't just leave together, worried they were not allowed out on their own. Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, because it would seem to me, and this is just me. Why would Jack have had a pull up on? Did they just get up out of bed and leave? The stepdad said Lilly came into the room like 3 times. Lilly actually came in that room they were in, is what he said. So, September, Virgo, I'm probably going to do it tomorrow. It's already 6 o'clock, my time. So I will probably do it tomorrow evening for a few minutes. I've got a lot of stuff I've got to take care of, and I've got a lot of stuff I've got an important thing I have to take care of Monday. So I've been having to pull up a lot of things and stuff like that. So hopefully tomorrow evening I will try to come on at like 5 o'clock my time. I will have all the interviews, the Facebook post. Cotton Candy's going to send me some things. And so I've still got more research I need to do. But like I said, I wanted to bring it to you guys' attention. And it's another sad case that we're talking about for sure. And I'm going to go over here and give myself a thumbs up. Oh, it's already in the thousands. They also heard him in the kitchen. Well, you guys know me. I will do my best to research everything and, I've got 23 likes. That's wonderful. Tobacco down, prayers up for y'all. Yes, I want to say prayers for, there's a lot of people who need prayers right now. Miss Christine, we're sending prayers to her and her family. Such a hard time. We're just going to say prayers for everybody who needs them. Because a lot of times when people have, things going on in their real life, it's not for me to say anything, but we're going to pray for Diamonds and her family. We're going to pray for Miss Christine. I'm just sending prayers for everybody. So I do appreciate you guys very, very, very much. I want y'all to know that. Zena, thank you so much for gifting those memberships. That means a lot. And September Virgo, thank you for the super sticker, darling. That means a lot too. That always helps. It really does. So H is saying a prayer. Father God, in Jesus Christ, I ask you, oh God, to give everybody strength and keep them safe. We love you. Oh God, give them strength. Thank you, H. Davis. So I am going to end it with that. Thank you for hanging out. What happened to Zena's husband? What? Okay. So prayers for everybody. Thank you all so much. And thank you for hanging out with me for an hour and a half. And we will definitely be getting into the nitty gritty of the family of Lilly and Jack Sullivan. For real. No, they didn't, Zena. That's horrible. Oh, I'm sending prayers, Zena. For real. Oh my God. That's crazy, girl. Well, I adore you, Zena, and I'm sending you prayers and good vibes and whatever you need. Hey, Jenny. All right. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate you. And I am definitely thinking of you and praying for you for real. So just try to, that's sad. Yes. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Hang out, have a good time with your kids. You know how it goes. Peace out, everybody. And thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I want to thank you guys for knowing that when we are talking about children over here, any children's case whatsoever, that's what's important. Not playing little troll games, and nobody cares about that person. So they need to quit coming over here like I give a shit, because I don't. What goes on in my real life is going to stay in my real life. Now, when it's all said and done, I'm going to share with you guys every freaking thing I have. You better believe it. So I appreciate you guys. See you guys later. Peace out, everybody. Have a good one.